You want to come hang out? Yeah? You want to come hang out? Come hang out with me. Come here. Little kitty, little baby kitty. Oh. Welcome back, Bannock folks. See, I told you I'd be back. Just like I said. You're tuned in to another episode of Bannockdotes, the podcast that holds it down for the underground sound here in Ontario, Canada. And I'm your host, Phil Paxton. It's good to be back. Like I said, we took the week off. It's summertime. Lots of crap is happening. And, I always wanted to try and post a podcast each week. But sometimes life gets busy, especially when you're expecting a kid. If you aren't already, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Just scroll a little bit down below, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. Don't forget to like this video and comment down below. There's a couple people who are asking out. There's a couple call shout outs to, and we want to hear from you. Leave a comment down below. Tell us if you like this video. Tell us if you don't. Check the video out because there's lots of things we talk about. But before I get into that, let's talk about some local Ontario shows happening in Ontario in the month of August and in the month of September. Tomorrow in Hamilton at the Doors Pub, we have Cold Shoulder, Cohesion, Realitt Denied, and Mile End. That's like the 4 biggest bands right now in Ontario. Definitely go check out that show. Friday, August 19th, this Friday, in Hamilton at the Doors Pub, we have Laid to Rest, Fumigation, Twin Banshee, and Tyrant Lament. My band, Sinner AD, finally playing some shows. It's been 2.5 years since we've gotten on stage. We got some new tunes for you. We're really excited to perform for you. That's right, this Friday, August 19th, we're in Toronto at Duffy's. Definitely go check us out. We're playing with World's Grasp, Strange Limbs, and Extinction AD. Extinction AD. I think I said Extinction AD. Either way, there will be 2 AD bands. Definitely go check out that gig. It's going to be a killer time. And then the following day, if Toronto is too far for you, and I've got a lot of Niagara listeners, come out to the show. That's this Saturday. That's Saturday, August 20th. My band, Sinner AD, we're finally playing Warehouse. It's been so long. March 1st of 2020 was the last time we played a show. Definitely come out to this. We have our pals and Loose Teeth playing. That's going to be a killer time. A newer, younger band from the area called Against All Odds. And then we have Synergy of the Fallen, Justin Weaver, aka Hardcore Warriors Band, opening up the show. So that's going to be a killer time. Definitely come out to that. Saturday, September 3rd in Toronto at Handlebar, we have Quiet Earth, Old Ceremonies, and Teleport Toys. At Hard Luck that night, we have Guilt Trip, Scarfold, Gavel, Trauma Model, and Wish Ender. That's going to be a killer show. September 8th in Toronto at Hard Luck, we have the pre-show for Hold Your Ground Fest with Queensway playing, Twist of Cain, Set Straight, our homies in Die Alone, and Temper Tantrum. That's going to be a cool time. And of course, September 9th and 10th in Mississauga at the Hansa House, we have Damage Control. Soulless Music Promotions presents Hold Your Ground Fest 22 with Mind Force, Pain of Truth, Never Ending Game, Gridiron, Dare, Momentum, Cold Shoulder, Cohesion, Endgame, Mile End, and many more. Get your tickets at holdyourgroundfest.com. Denny's after party is happening both nights. Make sure if you're hungry after the show at Hold Your Ground Fest, across the street from the Hansa House, the Mile End folks are holding an eating contest. Shoutouts to Off Leash. $50 entry. Winner takes all. If you've got the gut, put your money where your mouth is. Come on, Denny's. What is up? September 14th, Wednesday, in Cambridge at Rhythm and Brews, we have Block Parent, Frank Ducks, and Ray Ripper. And Friday, September 23rd, in Hamilton at the Doors Pub, we have Belvedere, Straight Line, with Dario, Walt Hamburger, and Frank Ducks. Go check out those shows. What are you doing? Are you hanging out with me? Here, come up on the couch so the people can hang out with you. I can't remember if I've introduced my cat or not, but this is my cat, Butters. Oh, yes. What am I saying? He's been on the show several times. He just waltzes in on several episodes, depending on when we're shooting. He is, he likes the center of attention, that's for sure. And he loves to be around, especially when we got the lights and the mic's hot. That's for damn sure. All right, let's get on to my episode this week. We have a great one for you. We have Andy Dmytryshyn. Hey, buddy, I got it right. And he plays in Realitt Denied. He sings in Deck Piss. He used to play in my band, Hellbent. We're good buddies. We spent a lot of time on the road together. We've had lots of conversations, lots of real time. We've been in some hard times, we've been in some hard moments, and I was nagging him a bunch, probably since I got the show off the ground, that I really wanted him on the show. So I'm finally stoked to tell you that he came on the show. We banged it out, like we mentioned in the first time, or in the interview. This is the second time I interviewed him, because the first time we did it in the basement here, just before the show here in St. Catharines. And turns out nothing was recording. We got nothing. I couldn't use anything. Everything was completely unusable. So I said, buddy, let's set up a second one. And yeah, it was great. I think this one actually turned out better. And I had a lot of fun editing it. All right, let's get right into it. Andy Dmytryshyn. All right, thank you for joining us today. I'm Phil Paxton, your host. You're watching Banecdotes. My guest this week is Andy Dmytryshyn. I'll never get it.
You always get really close.
I'll never be able to get it.
That's okay. Most people just say Dmytryshyn.
Dmytryshyn. Andy Dmytryshyn. He plays in
easy.
RD. He plays in Deck Piss. He used to play in Voltine. He played in Hellbent for a bit with me. Let's list them all. Last Scattering.
Oh, Lord have
Come
mercy.
on.
We're going to be here for
Lightning
a while.
Dangerfield. You got lots of cool projects. You've been working hard in our little community in Southern Ontario for probably the last 7-10 years. What?
Probably. How old am I now? I think maybe 14 years.
Holy shit. That's way more
something.
than I was expecting.
I started young. I started up gigging 15, 16 probably.
Has it always been metal?
It started with metal. It hasn't always been, but I always got to play in some heavier projects.
Some sort of aggressive.
Yeah, it just hits right in here.
Right.
Man, without that, I can't do anything else.
On the other side of the coin, do you feel like you need to always have a soft project going just because the same reason?
A little bit. It's kind of like passion projects and then other stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Without putting it in too much of a box.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah. It started with metal, pretty heavy stuff, playing at the Ford plant in Brantford back in the day.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, probably talking about 2009.
So you've paid your dues.
I guess so.
Been around the block.
My math is a little bad with the years, but yeah, playing at the Ford plant, playing in a thrash band and
Cool.
stuff like that.
That's rad. So yeah, you've been playing for quite a while now. And and Deck Piss just put a brand new record out.
Oh yeah, we did.
The ultimate hit of happiness.
Yeah.
That's cool. And you guys recorded that at Schoolhouse?
Did her at Schoolhouse.
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
I got Davis to play drums on it.
Right.
We love Davis. Davis has been on here.
We don't have our sweet baby child on it.
Which
Matt.
one? Oh, Matt Squires. Here we go.
Flat tires.
Where's his head? Is it there?
Is
it there?
It's right here. It's one here.
Is it right here?
We're
Can we put
gonna
it? Can we put it in
there.
here in post? Okay.
Right there.
Yeah, we love Matt. His drum kit's right over there.
Yeah.
He's sick. No, he wasn't playing with us yet when we did that record, but I needed some rad drums, and Davis is rad at drums. He's become a good friend over the last couple of years, so he ripped her down, and boy, howdy did he!
Oh, did he ever?
Down.
Yeah, and Matt's playing them pretty flawlessly. Like I saw you folks
man.
when you played the Warehouse. When we tried doing this the first time, this is round 2 for the people who don't know. I tried getting going something the first time. Our tech wasn't happening. You know what? Round 2, we're in the cool jam space this time instead of my basement. Vibes are a little bit better, so we're doing this the second time. I'm happy we're doing this.
Take 2. Got to do it.
Now I'm gonna throw some stuff at you randomly that you might not. Have you ever seen a ghost before?
Have you ever seen a ghost?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen a ghost. I mean, Schoolhouse is pretty spoopy.
Have you been there late at night and heard some shit, or?
Sometimes I think I do, and then sometimes I think it's the rake-ins in the ceiling. But anyone that's recorded there knows that like it's a little creepy. It's an old schoolhouse.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
From the 1800s.
Some shit went down there.
Yeah.
Children got beat there.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
And then it was a motorcycle clubhouse after that for a sec.
Okay, so
in the 40s. Yeah.
So lots of coke.
Maybe so. I don't know. I wasn't there, man. But
We played. Hellbent just played this motorcycle club on this tour that we just did with Dayglow. Yeah, I know. It was just like, I don't know who set up the show. Breezy. He's always setting up fun shows. So we play this motorcycle club, and like on the like doorway before you even enter the place, it says something like, I can't even remember. Like, if you get hurt here, it's your own responsibility, kind of thing. Like, like if you get hurt, like you can't call the cops, kind of shit. Like,
oh yeah. Was this like a clubhouse?
Sort of, yeah. It was like a motorcycle club in not Woodstock, Cornwall, Ontario.
Oh,
yeah.
No
Random
way.
outfit, they donated. They were a pretty cool place. We didn't stick around there for too long, because it was just like a motorcycle. There's only so much you can hang inside.
Yeah.
There. I think they were smoking inside too, so like that's like
a
huge deterrence. I don't even want to hang out there.
Darts inside. Let's go.
But they were like cool, and like they give back to the community. They help sick kids. I think that's how I remember. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Good times. Have you ever almost had a near-death experience?
Whoa. Probably. That caught me off guard.
Anything driving this Voltane when you're doing that crazy tour? Anything sketchy like that?
Wait a sec. Yeah, I don't know if it was a near-death experience, but I did avoid catastrophe once coming back from Windsor late at night on the 400, the 401 coming out of Windsor there.
Yeah.
Yeah, fresh big deer carcass laid out across an entire lane, and like we're driving our shitty van with a trailer. Lights aren't that good. I don't see it till the last second. I'm just like, well. You got that like half second to think, right?
Yeah.
And like, this thing was intact. If you hit that with like one side of the van, like, yeah, you're spinning. You're going for a barrel roll, and like, I ain't in the business of doing that. So I just lined her up between the tires and locked up on the wheel, hope for the best.
And here you are.
Here
unscathed.
I am. Yeah. Heart was working pretty hard that night, though.
Yeah, I can imagine so. Have you ever had an alien experience? Anything weird like that?
Not while I was sober.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think I've had an alien experience.
Yeah.
I like looking at the sky, but I haven't seen anything that weird.
No, neither have I. And I'm always interested in people who do have these weird experiences, because I always like to pick it apart, kind of unpeel the onion. And sometimes they leave me thinking like, is that real shit? Or sometimes I'm thinking like, I don't think that was real at all. So I'm always curious when people are always asking about ghosts and aliens. Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, I kind of have to.
It's hard not to,
yeah,
right?
There's just like, man. Big can of worms, but yeah, there's just infinite possibilities of technically everything, and like it would be ignorant of me to think that.
That's exactly how I feel. Yeah, maybe I don't think they're coming down to say like, "Yo, Phil, we're coming in the show on Saturday at the warehouse with loose teeth. We're gonna be there." I don't think the aliens are doing that, but I do I'd be ignorant to think that there isn't some sort of life force out there. Yeah,
and like if. I don't know if they're around. I don't know if they're down here chilling. I feel like they'd hide it from me if they were.
Yeah.
Maybe ?
Yeah.
But I mean, if they were down here, I would really want them to come out to Deck Piss, Small Crimes, and Pity Case on September 8th at the Doors Pub. Yeah, but they're out there. I don't know if they're here, but like, yeah, they out there. Yeah.
Right on. So yeah, you guys got the new record out, and this is record 3.
I guess so.
Record 3?
Yeah, they're all full lengths in my heart, but none of them go over 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's an interesting point to bring up. I still consider those full lengths. I don't care.
Well, cheers.
I don't think the length of the record actually matters. I think if you've got, like with Deck Piss, if you've got, say, for example, 18 tracks on a fucking record and it's only about 10 minutes long, that's the record. That's what you get.
That's all we had to say.
Yeah.
Which isn't much to begin with.
Now, what goes into writing new Deck Piss songs? Like, is there any tropes that you guys fall back into? Is there funny, quirky things?
We like to write songs that make us laugh, usually.
Yeah.
So whether it's yelling a certain phrase with a lot of confidence, that's really funny to me. Like a certain silly phrase,
Yeah.
but you're just really trying to convince yourself of it.
I like that.
Like we like writing about stupid stuff. Like, again, stuff that makes us laugh. Like there's a song on the second record called Bear Kingdom that's about some cat that like went to the woods, took a bunch of mushrooms by himself, and then like he saw a bear. So he ran, he falls, hits his head, wakes up tripping out in what he believes to be the Bear Kingdom. Picture like Tenacious D's Tenacious D, Pick a Destiny with the like Sasquatch Kingdom when he's on mushrooms, kind of like
okay.
that. We like write about stuff like that and just
Fun
silliness.
stuff, like
Fun stuff.
And that's why
Characters.
Yeah,
and stuff,
yeah. I always feel like like Hellbent and Deckpiss have very similar vibes. They have parallels.
Oh yes.
In the sense that we're unapologetically ourselves. We're gonna sing these silly songs that might be inside jokes to all of us, but we're just singing them like everyone's in on the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like Deckpiss. I always admire that because like you can always tell when someone's being genuine versus like maybe the tough guy persona, which obviously there's a time and space for that. But when you have bands like silly bands like Hellbent and Deckpiss playing shows, which we got to play together soon.
Oh, absolutely.
It's hard not to have fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hellbent and Deckpiss also tons of songs about smoking weed. My goodness gracious.
Yeah. Dude, we could create a 420 compilation of our just songs alone. It'd be like a 420 compilation featuring just these two bands.
Just these
an hour
bands.
long because that's how many fucking songs we have. Even though our songs are minutes long, we could fill an hour.
Oh man.
Silliness.
I'm here for it.
And and then you guys have on the first record the song The Van.
Oh god.
I love The Van. I don't know if you want to talk about The Van, but like it's this very drony song where you guys like keep repeating the van. And when we first met and we're playing together, I got to see The Van and meet The Van. Where's The Van nowadays?
Which van?
It was black.
Oh, that van.
It's in a tire yard.
My buddy Bo owns that van.
Okay.
Doc Richards, the fantastic professional wrestler.
Okay.
He owns that van. He put a bunch of carpet in it. It looks sick. So it was Mammoth Seed and Last Scattering's van, and technically Deckpiss's, I guess.
Sure.
Too. And then it got grandfathered down to Big Dirty after that, which is Ryan from Deckpiss's old band.
Yep.
And then after that, it went to our buddy Bo.
Cool.
I can't even remember how that happened, but it suits him.
Now, was that the van that song's about, or was there another van that you guys sang about?
That is the van that song's about.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
It just, me and Deckpiss started with just me and my buddy Omar.
Yeah.
Atmer Hip Hop. He makes sick hip hop music now.
Right.
We used to play in Last Scattering together, and we were just bored. And we just started making these like really bad punk tunes with like very minimal, if any, effort put into them.
Yeah.
And one of the songs was The Van. But we were just free jamming one day, and it just kind of like, I don't know where I was at that day. It just kind of slipped up into my brain halfway through that, and we just started doing that.
Sometimes those songs just come together like that. That's how Sockeye came together.
There you go. Sometimes it just hits.
Yeah.
It just hits you in the side of the head. Truly one of the dumbest things I've put together, but The Van.
Now, you mentioned a pro wrestler. Are you a big fan of wrestling?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. This is something that I've never actually talked to you about. Is it like the current stuff, A&W, AEW?
Yes, A&W. Yeah, I love AEW. I love the old stuff, too.
Okay.
And, like, I grew up watching wrestling around, like, WrestleMania 20.
Okay.
Where The Undertaker came back from the dead.
Right.
Fight Kane. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
That was my childhood WrestleMania. During the first year of the pandemic, actually, me and Dylan and Dan, who we were talking about earlier, we watched a lot of old wrestling from the 90s and early 2000s to get through like the winter that year. Yeah, it was great. But no, I love everything AEW is doing. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
There's tons of great promotions like around here too. All the indie stuff is a blast.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that like Hamilton's got a bit of an indie like circuit, right?
Well, I believe they got like a wrestling academy here, from what I understand. Yeah, Hamilton Pro Wrestling Academy. I might be getting that wrong. Hit me up. There seems to be a lot of indie shows popping up around here, and I need to go to more of them straight up because I know if Doc Richards is listening to this, he's nodding his head right now, going, "Yes, you do.
You do need to be
Yes,
out.
you do, motherfucker. Come out to more of these."
Would you ever play a wrestling like a what do you call them? They're not shows.
I
They're
think,
get-togethers, events.
Indie wrestling show,
Event?
indie wrestling event, something like that.
Would you play something like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This all makes me miss Powerbomb.
Are they still around?
No, they broke up, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no.
They're another Schoolhouse alumni band.
Yeah.
They put out a really good record
Yeah.
there. I believe it was called No Mercy.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yep. And that record just rips.
They're a cool band.
Just rips, yeah.
They're not around anymore, eh?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Missed that band.
I remember I had Derek on the show before,
Oh,
and I've asked him like, did you guys you guys should do the whole like 9 yards, like wear luchador masks, like wrestle during the show or your set, and he made it very clear that like we are a hardcore band that's wrestling themed. It's like not even all of us in the band love wrestling. We're just kind of like it's just part of the shtick.
That's what it is. Yeah.
So I could see why he pulled back and he didn't take my advice. I get it. I understand.
I have seen a drummer play a set in a luchador mask, and I really enjoyed it. It was my buddy Nigel Stewart. He plays in Captain Wildchild.
Oh,
Captain
cool.
Wildchild, very sick.
I've never heard that band. They're from around here?
Yeah, they're from Hamilton.
Oh, cool.
They rip.
Yeah.
Oh,
What kind of style?
It's like heavy, like cool, vibey
Kind of
punk.
style Wild Child.
Kind of style Wild Child. It's hard for me to like put a specific tag on it. It lives in the punk and rock world.
Cool.
It's a little vibey sometimes.
Nice.
But like it's just they get it right, man. And so Nigel used to be in a band with the same singer, Chad from Captain Wildchild, called Carpenters, and they were gnarly. And I saw Nige wear a luchador mask for most of a set, but he's a very sweaty individual.
I was just gonna say.
I felt for him during that set. And then he came up to play a song with Deck Piss a few years ago, wearing a D-boy balaclava.
Nice.
So
Shout outs to D-Boy.
shout outs. Oh,
We love D-Boy.
Prove your love. I love D-boy to death. My goodness.
They're great. Have you ever seen them?
Oh, many times.
Yeah, they kill it.
Voltang has played some shows with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're awesome. They're great. They're great people, and like it's. Sorry, I love D-boy. It's an art thing. It's the fuck itness of it all.
Yeah,
is just unparalleled.
Yeah,
I love D-boy.
Have you seen them like smash the shit? Like when they have you ever seen them when they fucking smash
Oh.
all the? Yeah, I was gonna say like
Yeah.
it's almost every time they play.
Yeah.
Yeah, we fucking love D-boy. Let's pivot back a bit to Deck Piss. Now on the
Lord.
second record, the cover is like the Deck Piss hand. Whose hand is that? It's yours.
That's Heather's hand.
Oh, really?
That's my partner's hand.
Nice.
Yeah. Dylan also has that tattoo.
I
our
was just
guitar
gonna
player.
say Dylan has it too.
Yeah, and I have a gut feeling those are going to just keep kind of spawning within the band. It makes me feel a little weird and culty.
Sure.
But I didn't tell anybody to do this.
Okay, yeah,
ever.
yeah. But like,
It's
not some sort of initiation you guys are making.
No, it could be.
They could.
It's not.
Squires, you're listening, and we know you are.
Oh, yeah.
You better show up to next practice with hand tattoos.
Oh, he's got it hard enough already. 18 songs in 20 minutes,
Can
and
you-
they're all cooking.
I thought you were gonna say just because of how many bands he's in. Do you think?
Oh, well, that
if he
too.
had so many like tattoos on his hands for every band that he was in, he'd have no hands.
Oh, absolutely. His hands would be completely covered. He's also in 2 Piss bands, which is amazing.
That's
Pisser
right. He's
and
in
Deck Piss.
Pisser.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really
Always
awesome.
Like Pisser had a really good. That was the first time you joined Hellbent. Was when we did
With
that sick
Pisser.
tour with Pisser, and we went. That was the first time you ever went to the Fatale.
Oh, my Lord,
The
yeah.
Fatale.
It's a very special place.
When do you remember rolling up to the Fatale? What was your first thoughts? Can you remember?
Well, I wasn't mentally prepared for it at all. And we showed up there in the daytime in the summer.
Yep.
And it was a little hard for me to process.
Yeah.
I was very nervous about it. I was 23, maybe 4, maybe 23. And like I'd played at some pretty like heavy duty like places that are a little intense, but that hit different.
Takes the cake.
It's a cool spot. Now mind you, like everybody there's amazing.
Oh, yeah,
Everybody
totally.
there's super awesome. It's always like really cool to play there, but the first time like it takes a minute to wrap your head around it. So we left for a bit after. I can't remember exactly why. We swung through and then like left for a bit and came back for load-in.
Yep.
And I remember sitting there with Jolin, Hellbent's old other guitar player.
Shout out Jolin.
Big shout outs Jolin. Miss Jolin. Jolin lives in Australia now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like he would fit right in down there.
Yeah, I know,
feel like
eh?
He fits right in Australia. our favorite big Manitoulin man, that guy. Me and him went to, I think all of us actually went to a dep and got some of that shitty Johnny Bootlegger.
Johnny Bootlegger. It's like Kool-Aid and malt liquor.
It's friggin' brutal. And
It's not good at
no,
it by any means, but
but
we
it's-
love it.
it's special.
And they come in these tiny little jars that you could like jars. They come in these little like Mickeys. I don't know what you fucking pound them. Boom, they're done. You're drunk.
And on to the next one. So me and him sat there on the tail of the van, literally just like outside of the dep, just like had a couple of them back, and then I'd worked the courage back up to go to Fattel.
Yeah.
And trackside.
Trackside's
It's
wild time.
it's wild.
It's kind of like the
Yeah.
Wild West out there. First time you kind of show up, it is definitely intimidating. But like, actually, I'll be entirely honest. I think that was the second time that I had visited the place. The first time I visited, it was like pitch black, fall, rainy. I didn't actually get like my bearings of the place too well.
Oh,
I
okay.
just kind of rolled with the punches. But we showed up in the afternoon in the summer there. And I was still on that very similar wavelength you guys are on. It's like, if I could describe it, it'd be like high noon in a fucking old western town with the fucking tumbleweed going by, and you're
Literally.
like some shit's about to go down. Like it felt unsettling.
Yeah.
But like
and you felt eyes on you the whole time.
yeah, but something about seeing Steve Miller comfortable and laughing and joking around with what was going
Big
on.
shout out, Steve
Big
Miller.
shout outs to Steve Miller was actually super comforting and being like, okay, like if this guy who is a wild ride and he's the definition of rolling with the punches. I don't think I've ever seen him upset. And if he's upset, it's pretty reasonable. You know what I'm saying? And I think after seeing him warmed up to the situation, I think I was like, you know what, guys? I think we're gonna be all right. Johnny Bootlegger, though.
Johnny Bootlegger. And I feel you. Steve Miller is Captain Morale on any crew. He's the best. You can't get that guy down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And,
So many dick jokes.
Oh my God, he's got one for everything, straight up. Also, I remember when we came back, Bones gave me a bit of a pep talk
That's right.
that really made me good to go.
Yeah, and
I
she's familiar with that place.
Oh yeah, Bones knows stuff.
Yeah.
Bones knows stuff.
Bones knows stuff. It's funny that you say that.
Shout out,
Steve had a saying for almost everything. There was like we were playing Askapunk on that tour.
Oh, the Ottawa one.
Ottawa.
Yeah.
And
Awesome
he
place.
just went to the bathroom and he came walking out. And the first thing, I don't know if you remember this, but he said it to I swear it was you, me, and Joel. And he just walks by it and he's like, it's like cleaning peanut butter out of a shag carpet.
I forgot about. Yelling into the mic. I forgot about that completely, and now it has hit me like a wave. Oh my goodness.
Big shout outs to Steve Miller.
Steve.
He's not playing with Center anymore.
I know.
He's busy. He's got a busy life.
He is.
He's a new homeowner, and he's he works really hard, and then as soon as he gets home, he works really hard in the house.
Yeah.
So like he's got no time. So.
He's got no time, but we all want Steve Miller to be happy.
That's just it.
Yeah. So like, if that's what Steve's got to do,
That's what Steve's got to do.
that's what Steve's got to do. Me and Steve always would bond about the band Emperor. A lot.
Yes.
I was really into that music when I was a teenager.
Like black metal.
Yeah, and he wore an Emperor shirt to a show, and I was just like, and then we like, actually that Askapunk show, we were standing outside, it was the middle of summer, and like just trading Emperor riffs, like little fragments of songs back and forth, and it was awesome.
Yeah, because black metal is like one of those things, especially with a band like Emperor. If you know it, it's like a secret club, right? You see
Something
someone
like
wearing
that.
like an Emperor shirt, you go, "Oh, this guy knows like about the basement recordings and fucking the dirty, grimy black metal."
And some of it hits a little weird. Like there's some stuff that is just extra to be extra.
Yeah, oh yeah,
but
it didn't
there's-
age well.
Yeah, and there's some stuff in there. There's little pockets of like really good art. You just have to find it, and you have to watch out for sketchiness sometimes. But yeah, it's Emperor in particular. Those cats have really good music brains.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ishan and Samoth especially, they have like really good music brains. Even that first album they put out, they recorded that when they were like what, 17?
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
it's nuts. There's like heavy duty like counterpoint and like counter melodies going on, like really like advanced musical ideas in this like scary metal music. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
And it just got crazier and crazier. But yeah, some of that music.
Now talking
nuts.
about 90s metal here, I know that there's like an inside joke with Deck Piss of Chris Barnes.
Oh Lord, yeah, I think that spills over to RD as well.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Matt Squires. No, it's me, Chris Barnes. Your friend Connor tells me that you play in a death metal band. Death metal, in quotes. See that quote sign? The band name Sinner. You either ripped off a Judas Priest song or you ripped off another band that was called Sinner from the late 80s, mid 80s.
Are you a Chris Barnes fan or are you a Corpse Grinder fan?
Oh, for Cannibal Corpse? I mean, like, his performance on those, Chris Barnes' performance on those early records is, like, pretty cool.
Undeniable.
Yeah, like, very important. Like, we'll not take away from that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Corpse Grinder is more iconic to me.
Sure.
Almost to the point of being a meme, but, like, no disrespect in any way. Like, he's a terrific
Yeah.
vocalist.
He is the real Nathan Explosion.
He is the real Nathan Explosion. His neck is the same size as his fucking head. He's got neck for days, thick neck. He's iconic.
I don't know if you know this he's a huge Crane game guy.
Crane game?
He likes those just like plushy games. Like,
oh yeah.
So what he does is almost at every venue, if they have these Crane games, is he'll relentlessly play them. He'll collect all these fucking stuffies and toys, and then he donates them back to like kids who need them and don't have toys.
He's such a sweetheart.
Be more like Corpse Grinder.
Be more like Corpse Grinder. Such a sweetheart.
But yeah, Chris Barnes, his vocals are pooched these days, man.
Listen to the TNT cover if you want to hear.
They do like an AC/DC cover?
Oh yeah, TNT. Watch me expleed. Yeah. I don't want to talk too much smack, so I'll just say go listen to the TNT cover.
All right.
But iconic on those early recordings. But you got to take care of your voice.
That's for sure. Yeah,
You gotta take care of your
smoking
voice.
cigarettes and probably drinking beer every night's not going to be the best. Do you have a routine before you guys start shows? Is there anything that you need to do before you get on stage, or is it just kind of just smoke before you go on?
Depends on the band, and also depends on the year. My like preset changes a little bit. The only thing that doesn't change is like I need just like a minute or two to chill by myself, just to like get my head kind of straight without like a bunch of stimulus happening. That's been pretty consistent as long as I've been playing shows. There's definitely been shows where I haven't done that.
Right.
I went up and ripped, but depends on the instrument I'm playing and like the style of music and all that stuff. Like with Voltang, like I had a strict like no weed rule because it was so intense, and like the performance and everything was so intense that it would just trip me up.
Well, Voltaine's music in general was pretty like more complicated than, let's say, Hellbent.
A little bit, yeah. Hellbent, I would smoke weed with you guys before I'd play because it was pretty chill, but it was also really fun, and it just like it fit the vibe. Like I didn't feel like I was hindered in any way.
Sort of pressure, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It was always just silly. Like if someone fucked up, we rolled with it.
Exactly.
It was a part of it. We made a bit out of it.
Exactly. And like that energy lends itself to having a little bit more of a chill routine, to me at least. But with Voltang, it felt a little more like we do the thing.
You guys are playing a little bit, like I said, you guys are playing a little bit more intricate stuff than Hellbent was.
I had to play like leads and stuff in the set. And, just like the performance and all that. But with, so it kind of changes depending on what I'm doing. Now that I have to like sing sometimes with Deck Piss, I'm like pretty careful. I've like hurt my voice a bunch from just having poor technique, and stuff like that. So
do you do vocal warm ups, anything
just
like
a little
that?
bit, just some 1 octave scales with lip bubbles, just really simple stuff, just kind of like whatever key.
I find helping singing on the day of always helps.
Yeah,
just trying to like just get those kind of, it just helps.
Just open it up.
Yeah, it just helps it open it up. And you mentioned something earlier that I also do when I'm about to perform. It's normally the band that's on before us. I need to kind of separate myself from that. If I'm watching the first band, that's fine, but it's got to be, if there's the band before us, I kind of need to just go like take myself out of that show environment and just gotta go. Oh, I wouldn't kind of meditating, but like you gonna reflect. Oh, I'm grateful for what I'm doing. This is cool, but like I need to get that like
just being mindful.
I need to get that fucking noise out of my head because I'm gonna hear it all evening.
100%. Yeah, taking a moment for mindfulness really helps, and like my routine's kind of similar. Like I'll usually try to catch like the band before us, like their first couple songs. I know I'm gonna need that time. During their set to chill, and we're talking about 20, 25 minutes sets here. We're not talking about an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I usually catch a couple songs and then do my little chill and see what's up after that.
Yeah. Here's a topic of conversation that's actually been thrown around about within the last couple of days. How do you feel about local shows and their show prices?
Price of admission?
Price of admission. Do you think that $15 to $20 is steep? Should all shows be $5? Obviously, we're talking local gigs. We're not talking touring acts. We're not talking like roadies.
Okay, we're talking like local.
Like just something happening at the doors.
Someone at the doors? $10 pretty cool.
Yeah.
15's cool.
Yeah.
20's cool. I don't have a huge gripe with it. Like, ask for what you want.
Yeah.
Pretty much, but don't gouge people.
Yeah.
And that's about it. And like, look at your night. You know, look at what you're offering. Look at what your overhead is, and just like make it make sense. You know, you don't have to like have enough money to go out and buy a steak after. Or,
No.
But you know, just make sure no one's taking a hit, so that we can keep making the art that we love making and that people sometimes love listening to.
Yeah, and I think it is implied. I don't know if it ever is implied. This has never happened to a show that I've ever been at. But obviously, pay what you can should always be implied. Like, if you can't afford to the show, but you've showed up with something, go in and enjoy the
100%.
band. But like, obviously, keep in mind, you want to pay. You got to try to pay the admission. But if you can't, for whatever reason, that's okay too. I've never had someone show up to the show and be like, I can't afford this. They've always been pretty respectful. But if that ever been a case, I would be like, get in there. That's totally fine. I might even tell them to go in for free if they're really trying to pinch pennies. Because it's all about getting an environment, getting a scene, getting a community involved in there, getting people excited about the local music. I understand, but like at the end of the day, we do want to, save up some money for some recordings or some T-shirts. You know what? So like, it is what it is. I don't think it should be something that people should get totally upset about. But like at the end of the day, we need to eat.
Yeah, I think it all just comes down to like bands and people putting on shows and even people attending shows. Just like everybody to use their discretion and just like think about what the event is, where it is, who's playing, what's going on, etc.
Yeah,
etc. Sorry, I might have the mic a bit farther.
No worries.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth getting too bent out of shape about.
Exactly.
But also, I live under a rock sometimes. There might be some huge thing going on that I'm unaware of.
No. There's nothing like that going on.
Yeah.
So let's get into some anecdotes. Let's jump into some funny stories that we have together because we've played in a band together.
Oh, yes.
I'll sauce you some, maybe some that we've mentioned before in passing. Yeah, we played in Hellbent together. We did a really cool tour with the boys in Spill Your Guts. We did a winter tour. That was when we first met them. That was when I was on it because I know you guys did another tour without me. But when we first met those guys, Spill Your Guts are another fun time that we were touring with. All these folks are they lived in China, mainland China, but they're all from different places, right? Dym's from Russia, Larry's from Scotland.
Scotland.
I nearly got stomped out there. Ooh.
Larry would have crawled out of that microphone.
He would have hacked this camera right here, now, and just destroyed it.
Oh, my Lord.
And then we got Tyler from Kitchener, and then Jan from...
He's from Quebec City.
Yep. Those folks were really cool. And, sometimes when you're starting out tours with bands, you never know how you're going to flow with them. Are they going to fuck with us? Are they going to get into us? And that was not a case with this. We locked in like a puzzle with these folks.
It was incredible. Like, they're some of the best people you could ever ask to be on the road with, straight up. Like, everything about them.
When we first got together, Larry, who, let's just say, enjoys himself a drink.
As he does.
Comes up with us and goes, I don't know if you remember this, but he's like, I got this at the duty free. Do you guys drink this often? And it's like this maple syrup flavored whiskey. And we're going like, no, dude, that's an airport attraction. Like that, you just got sold. Like, I've never even heard of that brand before.
Pinterest Canada.
And of course, you guys went out east. We had a different vocalist at the time. And you had quite a funny run-in with Larry at a motel, right?
Oh, run-ins with Larry. My goodness gracious.
That's what this segment's called. Run-ins with
Larry. We could do this for an hour. So right out of the gate, love Larry.
We love Larry.
He's amazing. Me and him shared a rig down to the patch cord on that tour and would offer up each other's guitars as backups because we were in basically the same tuning.
Right.
But we were in New Brunswick, somewhere outside of Fredericton, and we were staying at a little inexpensive motel, and we were all hanging out in the one room, and Larry had a couple thousand, and he was trying to convince us that we needed to stop the fan in the motel room, like the ceiling fan.
The ceiling fan.
The ceiling fan. Yeah, it's an old one. It's like kind of made of like shitty kind of
Plywood
like
or
plywood
something.
or
Yeah.
compressed wood, whatever it's called. Sure, Ryan could tell me if he was here. Anyways,
Press
it's a little
board or something.
Yeah, it's a little flimsy, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And he's trying to convince us that we need to stop the ceiling fan with our heads.
No reason why.
Yeah, no reason why. I was just hanging out, smoking a little weed, and I'm
Switch wasn't doing enough.
trying to explain to him, no, man, that's a bad idea. And he was adamant. So, long story short, he jumped off the bed head first into the ceiling fan. It didn't even really stop, but he definitely broke one of the boards. And then Tyler, being the brilliant person that he is,
Oh yeah.
grabbed, I want to say, super glue and like tape. It might have even just been duct tape, but what he did is he super glued the piece back together because it wasn't totally broken off. It was just
Hanging.
Yeah. And then he put duct tape across on the top so you couldn't see it.
Yeah.
It was like some like proper engineering, proper DIY engineering.
So the next person who comes in to turn on the fan, it just goes.
Yeah. So I have no idea if that fan is still intact, but yeah. Oh my
And we
word.
got two different angles of
Video.
of that video, and
'Cause
your
that's-
reaction's priceless. You're just, what the
Standing
fuck
there,
is going on?
Couldn't believe what I had just
It's
witnessed.
3 a.m. too, so you can't even be like, Larry, what the fuck are you doing? You're
Yeah.
just going like, shut the fuck up, like we gotta go to bed.
It was crazy. And yeah, we left in the morning. It was fixed and never heard about it again. And
Never heard about it.
And you guys used it in the
We used it
video.
for a small little video that never got any traction. It was actually before TikTok was a thing. I'm sure if I uploaded it to TikTok, someone would fucking find it funny or something. I think it's got literally like 30 views, but it was just like, yeah, that's our songs, Slow Songs, which is just like a 15-second song, and we just took that footage of Larry, and we even called it at the time when we released it on that demo, the Ballad of Scotch Hogan.
Scotch
'Cause
Hogan.
that's what we would call Larry when he would get drunk, because he often would want to wrestle. He would want to wrestle.
Yes.
And like,
Everybody.
we're not talking like the pro wrestling we were talking about earlier.
No.
We're talking about like the old school wrestling, like Olympic.
Like your Greco or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, like wrestling. And he, man, he tried to wrestle everybody. Like he tried to wrestle me multiple times. He wrestled me in the warehouse parking lot in St. Catharines,
Yeah.
and he dumped a can of garbage on
Haley
me.
was there for that.
Oh, yes, she was. Yes, there's a video of that on Insta
There is
somewhere.
a video somewhere.
Hey, come on, mate. You're good. You're good. You're good, buddy. You're good. It's not over. Andy, it's never over. Okay, all right. It's not over until it's done. All right, you gotta make it stop. He's trying to pick me up. All right. All right, mate. Good wrestle. It's not over, Andy.
Larry, are you defeated yet?
Yeah. What else? He tried to wrestle Tyler from Spill Your Guts' dad at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Yeah.
And I remember like Tyler's dad wasn't like, let's just say like he was an older fella. Like he had
Older
no
fella,
business taking on
very
this guy.
chill, like very reserved, like pretty laid back. And
It's not like he said anything, right?
No.
This is what would happen with Larry. Like it was not like anything sparked. He would just be like, it's time to wrestle.
yeah, he's like, you want to fucking wrestle?
Yeah,
Fucking-
we
and then it's
wrestle.
on.
And then something that he always used to say, like if you were having a drink, he would come up to you and, can I get a wee up down? And you're like, what?
Oh, we up down.
A wee
Yeah.
up, oh,
up,
and
down.
up down.
Take
Oh,
the
he
bottle
wants
and
us-
make it
he
go
wants
up
a
and then
swig.
back down again. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love Larry. He had a great time.
We love Larry. He also tried. He made the very bad mistake, so I'm told, of trying to wrestle Jay from the Panic Room.
That's right.
Yeah, which if anybody who's played Panic Room and met Jay, like, I don't want to wrestle Jay.
Yeah, no.
Jay's a pretty big dude,
Yeah,
and it
he's
seems
pretty-
like he's pretty tough.
Yeah,
and
he has no business.
I was already asleep. Also, huge shout outs Panic Room.
Yeah.
My God, I love Panic Room. And I was asleep, slept in the kitchen.
Yeah.
We couldn't figure out how to shut the lights off, so I just put a T-shirt over my face and fell
There you
asleep. But apparently, Larry tried to wrestle Jay, and I don't think it went too good for him. And the next morning, this is my favorite Larry story. The next morning, we wake up, sent it a little hard the night before. Everyone's feeling a little rough. I slept maybe like 3 hours, and we're getting in the van. I think it was Matt or Tyler sitting in the driver's seat. I was sitting shotgun, and Larry, still drunk from the night before, pulls his pants down and puts his bare ass between the two front seats. Because, in those Ford vans, there's like a bunch of room between the two front seats. Yeah, so he sticks his ass between the two front seats, and I hit him with my arm and try to send him back. And then he comes back again. Hit him with my arm again. He comes back again. I just grab a lighter out of the dashboard and set his ass hair on fire. And the whole van smelled like burnt ass hair for like a long time that day.
Scottish ass hair.
And there was like 8 of us, and we all in the same van, and we were driving back to like Quebec City from like St. John.
That was in the bad van too. That was like a tight squeeze.
Oh, very tight squeeze.
No AC.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I'll tell you a funny piece of trivia about Dima from Spill Your Guts, their
Yes.
singer. So when we would stay at certain places, you know how it is on tour. Sometimes you got to bunk with someone else, like share a bed with someone.
Yeah.
I shared a bed with Dima a couple times, and he's actually a really sound sleeper, except when he switches positions. It's chill, 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 and then when he goes to switch positions, it's like really fast, like really, 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 really erratic and really fast and oddly efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Nice.
no punchline. That's the whole story.
That was
but
good. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Love him.
And you worked on that record for them, right?
Yeah, I just did some operating, like just some.
You're in the credits.
Yeah, some recording engineering, like recorded some vocals with Dima, like just being the space bar man, if you would.
Sure.
And then some bass with Jan. Jan is a very good bass player.
Yes, he is.
And I remember asking Dima, I was like, do you do any low or like mid-range stuff? He's like, no, only high, in the most Russian explanation I could have gotten from him. And whenever Dima would finish a take, if someone's listening to this and not watching the video, this might not make sense, but facing the camera is how I would be sitting at the computer, and he'd be off to my left on the side, kind of.
Yeah.
And then when he would finish a take, he would step away from the mic, turn to face me, and put his hands behind his back in kind of like a resting pose. It was very proper, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I love Dima.
Yeah.
I love all those guys, though. Big, massive shout-outs to your
Big
guys.
shout outs to Spill Your Guts. We gotta tell the joke, or we gotta tell the story of when we first met, of when Hellbent first played with Deck Piss. Was that a Deck Piss show?
Yes.
Okay.
That was a Deck Piss show. And this is when someone I hadn't met before had an awkward exchange with me. I'm pretty sure this is that story.
That's
Okay.
that story.
We're not going to say who?
No.
Okay. So let's not say who. Someone was messaging me the night before the show with a couple of questions about gear share.
Yep.
And I told them, yeah, no problem. Like, this is the gear that's here for you. Like, all good. Look forward to meeting you tomorrow night. Okay, awesome. Thanks, man. See you tomorrow. Have a good night. Hour goes by or something. And then I get a notification that that person had sent me an image. So I opened it. It was a fully erect penis with cum all over it and a hand gripping it. And it was a very bright picture. It was not in the dark. And I said, ha, 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 ha. Was that for me? Or was that supposed to be for me?
Was that supposed to be
And,
for me? I like how there's a bit of you inside you. It was like, maybe it was.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just a big fan.
Punk rock, man. Like, it's all good. And
Obviously, it wasn't for you.
it was not for me. This person's partner at the time lived overseas.
Right.
And it was supposed to be for them.
Yes.
And they said, oh my God, like, I have no words.
Yeah.
And then we just laughed a bunch, and they apologized a bunch, and I reassured them
Water
that.
under the bridge.
Yeah, I reassured them that I do not care. It was really funny.
And
and
it
it's
makes
all
for
good.
a funny bit.
Makes for a great tale. Yeah.
Lots of good times.
You know
Lots
who
of
you
good
are,
times. You know who you are. So and you're a bit of a road dog. You've been on the road for quite a bit. You guys, I say you guys, when you played in Voltaire, did this crazy. How long was it? 2 months? 3 months?
It was 2 months and only Canada.
2
It was
months.
Dumb.
Only Canada. You went from Vancouver to Halifax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went actually all the way to. I don't remember if is Halifax farther than Charlottetown. I think it is, right?
No, Charlottetown's further.
Okay, so we did.
PEI.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we did Charlottetown, farthest east, and then I think
Yeah.
Victoria or Nanaimo.
Cool.
On the west, and yeah, so we played like high 30s or 40 shows in
Wow.
those 2 months.
Every province.
Yeah, except the territories, pretty much. And like
Yeah.
if you ask anybody from Voltaire, like we'll all tell you, yeah, that tour was stupid. Like we did it in a really weird way, but no diss, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
very-
you gotta
it was
have those
crazy.
kind of experiences, right?
Yeah, it was just crazy. So we didn't see our beds for like 6 weeks, but it was
You spent a lot of time on the road.
yeah, and in that van, my goodness.
Yeah. And you guys just mainly slept in the van, eh?
Yeah, we did it like very DIY. We didn't use an agent or anything like that, and we didn't budget for accommodation.
Right.
Just like, we had 2 bench seats and then a queen size mattress raised up a couple feet
Yep.
in the back of the van, and we put a trailer on it, and so we would just like sleep in there most nights. I think we did two motels on that whole tour. One because the venue and the lovely people from the VAT in Red Deer bought us a hotel room the one night,
Yeah.
and then I think we got
The
one
Asylum? Sudbury?
oh no, different spot.
Yeah, okay.
I love the Asylum though. Also, R.I.P. Spider from the Asylum.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Oh,
Damn. Rest in
Yeah.
peace, homie.
big
That's
rest
harsh.
in peace for Spider.
I
Yeah,
didn't fucking know that.
yeah. Spider passed away a few years ago. Yeah,
Damn.
3 years ago I think now.
Oh, that's a big loss for that community.
Yeah, he was an OG. That
Yeah.
guy. He patched Evan up one time. He always had a first aid kit under the door.
What
He
did
was-
Evan do?
What's that?
What did Evan do?
Oh, I think he just tore his hand open on a case
Oh, okay.
loading in, but yeah, Evan loads in like Tarzan. So sometimes like things like that are gonna happen. But he's the guy you want on the load in though. Let me tell you.
Sure.
Holy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Spider passed away though. Yeah.
Damn, that's
yeah,
rough.
Big sads. Big
That's
sads.
rough. But while you were on the road with Voltaire, you said that there was a couple days that you couldn't afford necessarily the gas money and you needed to
Oh,
outsource.
I think I know what you're talking about. That was when we were roofers.
Yes.
Yeah, we had a big van fuck up.
Okay.
So we had just played in Red Deer and we had 3 days off, and we were driving from Red Deer back to Edmonton, and I don't claim to be a mechanic, but something happened and we wound up with a cylinder going down that had a bunch of metal shavings in it.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure there's gonna be some mechanic listening to this going, it's exactly this, but I don't know what exactly that is. So
yeah.
it, Yeah, long story short, we were touring with a band called Wolfric, and they saved our asses straight up. They lived in
Nice.
Edmonton. They helped us to get our trailer somewhere safe. Well, someone took care of the van. Our buddy out there owned a roofing company, so he hired us for two days,
Nice.
2 or 3 days, and
Hey, so unexpected turn of events. We need to make some money for the tour, so we started working as roofers. Hey, look, everybody, say hello. I think I have to go back to work.
Yeah, you can't sleep at a party. Wake up.
boy, howdy.
Have you ever roofed since? Was that your first time roofing?
It was my first time roofing, and I have not roofed since. I've had a lot of like quote unquote like band guy jobs.
Sure.
But it was my first time doing roofing. But yeah, he knew a guy that could fix it, so he got us set up, and we were all good. But yeah, a little help from the friends.
Out of all of Canada, of all the shows you played there, is there a city that sticks out to you that maybe you thought was going to be a shithole and fucking just popped off? I'm more curious on the west side or west coast of Canada, just because that's where I haven't been. Anything in Manitoba, Alberta area, I'm familiar with those areas. I haven't played out there, but is there any cities out there, like maybe Saskatoon or something like that, that really just kind of blew your mind?
Like in a positive way?
Yeah.
Oddly enough, Winnipeg is on there because Winnipeg gets a bad rap.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it gets a really bad rap.
I've only ever heard bad things.
Yeah, and it's got a tough exterior on it a little
Yes.
bit. I did notice that while I was there, but the people are just like some of the like best I've ever met.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah,
Like,
Winnipeg is just like
yeah.
a city right in the middle of the prairies. Like it's just
Straight
you
up.
could see it on the way.
Yeah.
There's Winnipeg.
I felt that way about Regina too. Like again, just I don't know what it is about the prairies. Maybe it's because it's so far out of the way, but like the people are beyond friendly.
Yeah,
Like it's cool. Would give you the shirt off their backs.
Yeah.
And the venues end up being kind of like cool and different out there.
Yeah.
Because it's a smaller, I think at least a smaller
That's
market.
cool.
for this
Regina?
kind of music. Yeah, Regina. We played at some place. I can't even remember the name of it, but it looked like it used to be like a
The
clubhouse.
city that rhymes with cunt.
Jeez Louise. Aside from that, I mean, the first time I went out west just like blew my mind altogether just because it's a whole different vibe. It's like, you just downloaded an expansion pack for a video game.
That's
like,
cool.
You're out there.
That's a cool way to explain. I feel that because I felt that way about the East Coast. So yeah, it's funny. Like,
yeah.
I've never been here. Like you're just opening up areas. Yeah,
I think the one that probably ripped my head off the most though, I had never been to like the island in BC.
Okay.
Like Nanaimo and Victoria.
Yeah.
Like all around.
neither have I.
It's wild. It's like a whole different like ecosystem almost. It
Really?
felt like. Yeah. Well, firstly, I slept in the van one night there on a lake with the doors wide open, and I didn't get bit by any mosquitoes.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was weird.
Holy shit.
I hope someone can comment and explain why that is, because like I want to know.
Yeah.
So, and then there's like big redwood trees there.
Oh, cool.
That
You
was
like
really
drive
crazy.
through them, right?
I don't know if there's one that you drive through there.
But,
I don't think we
massive
did. But yeah, they're like
trees.
you can walk in them and stuff.
Wow.
I wonder if there's one like that there. I think that might be in California.
Okay.
Maybe. But they're insane, and it's like kind of like tropical like feeling.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
It's really interesting. But it was just like so beautiful and like just odd. Again, felt like an expansion pack. Like,
And good shows out there?
They were good.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were good. We played a house show, and then we played at a place I think called the Canby. That was
Nice.
like what are those things called? Not like a hotel or a motel, but like people stay there when they're like backpacking. A hostel?
Oh, like a bed and
hostel?
breakfast?
Is it called a hostel?
Hostel? Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that it? Yeah. Yeah. That was really cool. That was in Nanaimo, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's just crazy out there. It felt like if anybody's played like Witcher 3, when you get the Blood and Wine expansion, like that's kind of what it felt like to me.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of how PEI hits a little bit.
Really? I've never
Like-
been to PEI either.
Did you ever used to play WoW, like World of Warcraft?
Not much of it.
Not much of it. You know when you go into a different province, like everything changes and like
Yeah.
everything looks different and the weather changes. That's how PEI has always felt to me. Driving into PEI is just like, oh, like I left the Night Elf
Yeah.
place and I'm in this place now. Like, yeah.
Now, when you're on the road, do you have any go-to gas station snacks? Is there anything that you're running to when you're pulling up to the gas station, or are you kind of whatever the mood's feeling you?
Definitely energy drinks without sugar in them.
Good call.
Yeah, I like those. My brain likes them. I don't know if my heart does, but my brain does. I'm a bit of a chip guy, but depends on the day.
Any particular brands of chip? Old Dutch, Humpty Dumpty.
I am like an all chips are beautiful kind
There
of
you
guy.
go. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
shirt that Death
Isn't that
needs
wait,
to make.
all chips? Isn't that just ACAB still?
That is so sick.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a shirt or something.
Oh yeah, like
That's
on
the
the
next
front,
death
like all
piss.
chips are beautiful. On the back, all cops are. Yeah, yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Oh man, someome's gonna print that right when this comes out.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. We're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
miss it. You want to take bets on who it's gonna be?
Hellbent.
Hellbent's gonna print it. I mean, Mallcrimes has that "Don't Be a
Mallcrimes.
Cop" song.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe
They're a cool band.
Shout
too.
out to Mallcrimes.
Yeah,
They're playing with
yeah.
us on September 8th. Mallcrimes, what do you guys like for chips?
Yeah, we want to know.
Hit me up. I want to know. I'll have some at the show for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pity case. What kind of drinks do you like?
Yeah. Oh my God, I love Pity Case.
Oh, they're a great
Pity,
band,
Pity
aren't they?
Case is wild.
Yeah.
The first show I played with them a few months ago, like the guitar player and singer just like scrapped, like near the end of their set. Like it was awesome.
That's
and then,
sick.
yeah, they're great.
We'll
they're
have to
really
get them
cool.
on the show. You heard that here.
Yeah. Pity Case. They're also playing that show in September. It's gonna be very
When,
fun.
when is that show?
That's September 8th at the Doors.
Doors.
Yeah.
Deck Piss, Pity Case, Small Grimes.
Yeah.
3 bands?
For now.
Yeah.
I might add a 4th. We'll see how I feel.
Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Who
We'll
knows?
see how it goes. Show up anyway. You're going to have a good time.
Oh, yeah, it'll be fun. We got like tapes and stuff now too.
Cool,
We got tapes
cool.
with the new record.
That's right. Any new shirts, right?
We got new shirts. We got a shirt that's like a what's it called? Where it's like just the logo like there. I don't know. I can't remember the name of those
Pocket
shirts.
print?
Pocket print, sure. And then we got another shirt. I don't even know what to call it. Ryan had a name for it, but it's like a octopus in like stilettos with like a bunch of vibrators and stuff. Like,
nice.
yeah, it's gonna be pretty
Nice.
cool. And then we have one more shirt that I'm not gonna talk about today.
Now, I before we get going, the Deck Piss logo, I think I brought this up to you one time and you said it was not intentional at all. But the Deck Piss logo reminds me of the Tech Deck logo.
Tech deck.
Like the fucking fingerboards.
Okay.
Yeah, see? Like, it was probably completely unintentional, but like...
I never thought that.
Yeah, they have a very similar vibe, and I don't know, it clearly wasn't intentional, but...
That's a trip.
Yeah, that's funny. I'll have to show you it when we're wrapping up.
Oh yeah.
All right, so one more song here, or one more question there for you. Give me 5 artists that you're listening to right now. If you need to pull out the phone and Spotify, that's good by all means. I just want to know what you've been listening to as of lately. Anything that you've been on repeat. Like on the way here, I just listened to Black Thought and Danger Mouse's new record called Cheat Codes.
Ooh, I haven't listened to that yet.
And it's like it's really like if you're like the boom bap like 90s old school hip hop, you'll like without a doubt like this shit.
I'm gonna have to listen to that.
Yeah. That's I think there's just Black Thought and Danger Mouse, but if you look up Cheat Codes, it'll probably be easier to find it. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. I just want to give a couple little quick shout outs just because we've shouted out a lot of bands. I'm just missing a couple.
Sure. Let's list them.
Last Wretch.
Last Wretch.
Yeah.
Dude, they're so sick.
Once again, Davis. Davis said some really nice things about me when he was on here, so I got to say it back. We love Davis.
We love Davis. He's a hardworking individual.
One of the hardest
He's in 50
workers.
fucking bands, 50,000 bands actually.
Yeah. He's truly a rad dude.
That new single's fucking sick.
Oh my god, it's great.
Dirty band.
Yeah, Last Wretch is disgusting. It's like it hits like old school Florida death metal, like, and I don't want to say it, but like it hits even better for me. Like,
there you go.
Just me. There
you go.
But yeah, Last Wretch. That was the real big one I wanted to show.
Sure,
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Lately, I've been listening to Rust because I have a hard time not listening to Rust.
They're a cool band.
I love Rust. Big
Can't go
shout out
wrong with
Rust.
them.
Yeah, Rust is just. They do it right.
Like
what
I
else can
explained
say?
on like the reaction video that I did with including Deck Piss, which you stole all my views away because you copyright.
Oh right, I didn't do that.
I know.
Our
obviously.
distro did that.
And it's resolved by now. But like I said in that video, Rust, they're not out to reinvent the wheel. The wheel's been invented. They're going with the Ferrari. They're making,
Straight up.
You know what I mean? Like, it's the hardcore. They know how to write hardcore. That's a really cool band. I love.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tommy.
Shout out to Tommy, the king of the crop tops. Like,
Yeah.
he's great at it. It's inspiring.
Isn't it? When I see him in that crop top, I'm like, fuck, I want to pull that shit off. But I'm too scared because I have a friggin' gut.
Oh man, I just had to commit to it a while ago. 'Cause
Really?
Our guitar player Dylan is like also like a king of the crop tops.
I
and
love how Dylan is just so okay with his body and fucking the super tight shorts. And it's admirable. I love it, Dylan. Dude, definitely keep that shit up.
our Elvin guitar player.
That's a great way to do it. Does he
Yeah.
play D&D?
Dill, do you play D&D?
Dill, do you play D&D? Comment
D&D?
down below.
I can't remember.
We want to know.
He does play a lot of video games. I know that.
Cool.
I started. I went back and started a Skyrim playthrough like what 10 or so years later.
Nice,
now?
nice.
And like it's just been nonstop.
Main character,
lately.
Dylan.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Dill, do you play D&D?
We need to know.
We need to know.
Comment down below.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Rust.
Rust.
Rust is just great.
Rust
Yeah.
is a great
I've
band.
been listening to Rust. I went back and listened to one of my favorite albums the other day. Actually, this has changed since the first version of this podcast we did. Do you remember You the Band from Guelph?
No, I've never even heard of them.
They were a 4-piece.
Okay.
And like drummer sang lead vocals, one of the guitar players sang lead vocals, everybody else sang backups. And it was like 2 guitar bass drums.
What
So, like,
year?
Everybody's playing. Well, this record came out in 2014.
Okay.
And the album's just called We Are You, and it's like one of the albums that just like made me think about music differently. It came out when I was probably like 20.
Really?
And like it holds a real special place in my heart, and I'll forget about it every once in a while, and then every time I go back and listen to it, it's just like I can just hear it all over my playing.
You the band.
They're
Cool,
one of
I'll
my
definitely
favorite
check that
bands
out.
ever.
What else you got lined up there?
So yeah, You the Band, super sick. And what else do I have here? What else was I listening to? I've gone back and been listening to a fair bit of Iron Maiden actually lately.
Hey,
Just for
Iron
some
Maiden's
old,
cool.
just for some old school vibes. There's just something about it, especially like records like Peace of Mind, where there's just like there's some pretty wild stuff on that album.
Yeah,
where they
yeah.
just kind of like went for it. And I like hearing bands like go for it, for lack of a better term.
For sure.
Yeah, just taking a look at what else I've
What
been
else?
listening to here. I'm a little forgetful sometimes. So I can't
No
always
worries,
remember.
my friend. No worries.
Um,
We're a bunch of fucking potheads. Of course we're going to forget.
That's how it be. Well, topical to Emperor, I've been on a little bit of a black
Nice.
metal kick lately.
Nice.
It's just something about the production just hits in a certain way for
You
me.
like that kind of like...
I like lo-fi.
Okay.
I do.
I don't really.
You see, because I like hi-fi too, but like
Yeah.
I it's not even that I like lo-fi. It's just I feel like you can add a lot to a song or an album with like some pretty heavy-handed, very commitful production techniques.
Absolutely.
And I also like I'm a realist that it's not for everybody.
Sure.
And that's totally okay.
Yeah.
Like but yeah, just there's some of those sounds that like I really like.
It kind of captures being in that room. I understand that. Like
Mm-hmm.
you definitely feel like you're in a jam space listening to a jam. So like I understand, and especially when those stuff was coming out in that 90s, the production value for that genre was just not there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was totally different. And it, you know, with that kind of like production, with that kind of production, it kind of reminds me a little bit of how you might feel when you're listening to something a little more in the pop world and you're hearing that very airy vocal that kind of has like a bit of a filter like this,
Yeah.
but it's very up, like feels up high.
Sure.
You know, it hits in a certain way. That's kind of hits similar for me to the way that like some of those brash like guitar tones or drum sounds
Yeah.
come out, because they're just like they're a little different. They're not exactly how it quotations should be. And obviously like there's a ton of in-betweens in
Of
production,
course.
but
Oh yeah.
yeah, it is something I just
Do you like Mortician? You like fucking? You ever listen to Mortician?
I don't
They
know
got
if I have.
like a bunch of horror clips. Is made like it's not uncommon for like a song to be 2 minutes long and like a minute 30 is just a horror clip, like a
Whoa.
movie clip.
That's
and then
cool.
they just do like brr, it's all electric drums. Like it's super like death metal, black metal. I don't know if it's black metal. It's like death metal, grimy, fucking lo-fi. Yeah, I'll have to show some to you. They're a cool band.
I like that. I don't think I've heard this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mortician.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, fuck yeah. All right,
Oh,
let's
man.
wrap it up. Let's show all the social medias. Where can everybody find Deck Piss? Where can you send them?
Oh Lord. Well, Deck Piss on Instagram, Deck_piss, keeping it easy. Instagram still hasn't made me change my handle, so it is still Nail Shitter.
Nice.
At Nail Shitter. I'm not on Facebook or Twitter or
Block
anything
Facebook.
else. Just chilling out.
And you can get your music at your Bandcamp, right?
Yeah, we got Bandcamp. Yeah, deckpiss.bandcamp. It's on all the streaming platforms.
Cool.
All that jazz.
Yep. And if you play in a YouTube video, this guy's coming for you.
Yeah, I'm not. Shout outs Distro Kid. They're a little too
I've
strict.
I've just been busting his chops. All
Love
right,
it.
let's call it a day. Thank you, Andy. It's been a great time.
Dude,
Let's
thanks for having me.
Yeah, let's. Well, you said you're going on to a show tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see Trauma Model because I want to watch Trauma Model.
The boys are in the city. I gotta go
Yeah.
see them. I'm probably gonna show up.
Oh, yeah, you should come down, and you get to see Pity Case too.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
See them get into a brawl again or something.
Oh yeah, yeah, we love it.
Cool. Take it easy.